Good morning, grade 7s, and welcome to lesson 3 of your work this term. In this lesson, we will be continuing with fractions and we will be focusing on comparing and ordering fractions. So if we look at comparing and ordering fractions, that's on page 80 in your textbook. When comparing fractions using greater than, less than, and equal to symbols, we can use the butterfly method. Now, when we're using the butterfly method, it's always the same method that we use. You need to multiply the numerator of one fraction with the denominator of the other. Then you do the same from the other side. So we multiply the numerator on this side and the denominator on that side. In other words, you are multiplying across in the form of a cross. A cross means you are multiplying. So here I've shown you some examples. The first one, we've got 2 over 3 and 6 over 7. I'm going to use butterfly method, so I'm multiplying that numerator and this denominator. So 2 times 7 gives me 14, numerator and denominator. 6 times 3 gives me 18. Between 14 and 18, which is my biggest number, it's 18. So the inequality sign must face towards the biggest number. Same with the second one. We have 5 over 8 and 10 over 11. If we multiply across, 5 times 11 is 55. Sorry, there's a mistake. Just get rid of that 2 for me, please. 5 times 11 is 55, and 10 times 8 is 80. Clearly, 80 is much bigger than 55, so again, the inequality sign faces that way. So that's the butterfly method. As long as you remember that you are multiplying across like that each time, you will get this right. Right, then it says, when ordering fractions into ascending order, remember ascending, smallest to biggest, because you are going up. And descending, which is biggest to smallest, descending, you are going down. The denominators must be the same. Now this is just to help you. We need to find the lowest common denominator, which is the number that all of the denominators can go into. So if we have a look at the first example, basically it says here we need to rewrite the following in ascending order. Now the first thing we need to do, we need to find our LCD, our lowest common denominator. In other words, a number that 4, 2, and 8 can all go into. And we're looking for the lowest possible number. So obviously 4, 2, and 8 can all go into 8. Okay, so our LCD is 8. Now we need to convert all 3 of those fractions to get a denominator of 8. So the first one is 3 over 4. So looking at the denominator, what do we do to 4 to get it to 8? We need to multiply it by what? By 2, because 4 times 2 gives us 8. Rule says what I do on the bottom, I do on the top. So the new fraction is 6 over 8. Okay, that's the first one. The second one, we have 1 over 2. Again, I need to get the denominator equal to 8. So what do I do to 2 to get to 8? I multiply it by 4. Again, what I do on the bottom, I do on the top. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. So my second fraction is done. The third one is 5 over 8. Now you see it's already got a denominator of 8 because we are looking to make them all the same. So we've got an 8, an 8, and an 8. So now we can see which one's the biggest and which one's the smallest. So ascending order, smallest to biggest. We have 6 over 8, 4 over 8, 5 over 8. So which one's my smallest one? It will be 4 over 8. So that's going to be my first one. Then my second one will be 5 over 8. And the last one will be 6 over 8. Now be careful when you're writing in ascending order. I want to see the original fractions in order, not these new ones. These new fractions you just got to help you. So ascending order. So we said the smallest one was 4 over 8, which was equivalent to a half. Then we had 5 over 8. That stays the same because that's the fraction that was given. And the last one was 6 over 8, which is equivalent to a 3/4. So there's my ascending order. So you follow the same steps. Number 1, find your LCD. Number 2, change your denominators. Number 3, put them in order. Now pause the video and quickly do the second one for me, and then when you are ready to resume, you can come back and see. Alright, let's quickly go through this. Remember, any whole number we can write with a denominator of 1. So that's the same as saying 3 over 1. Now we need to find a number that 1, 3, and 25 can all go into. Okay, have you found your answer? So if we say, what number can 1, 3, and 25 go into? There's many options you could use, but 75 is one of them. Reason for that, 3 cannot go into 25, so we can't use 25 as an option. Okay, so our LCD is 75. So our first fraction, we've got 3 over 1. How do I get that to 75? I multiply by 75. So 3 times 75, you can work it out on the side, is equal to 225. And that is over 75. That's our first fraction. Our second one is 10 over 3. We need to get that to 75 as well. So what times by 3 will get us to 75? Your answer is 25. Okay, so I get my new fraction. 10 times 25 is 250. 3 times 25 is 75. Then my last fraction, I have 2 and 7 over 25. My advice to you, change this to an improper fraction first. So we've got 2 times 25 is 50, plus 7 is 57 over 25. Again, we need to get this to 75, so we're going to multiply it by 3. Okay, now 57 times 3, I'm going to quickly work out here on my separate paper. 57 times 3 is 171. So we've got 171 over 75. So these are the 3 fractions that we need to now look at to compare. And they said they wanted this in ascending order. So my smallest fraction, if you look at our numerators, will be this one over here. Then we will have that one, and then this one. So in ascending order, remember we now write our original fractions. This one was equal to just 3. Oh, sorry, that's not in ascending order. This one is our first one. Okay, so our fraction was 2 and 7 over 25. Then we had this one, which was 3. And then our last one, which was 10 over 3. So that's our ascending order. So in the next lesson, we will be continuing with fractions, and we will be doing addition and subtraction of fractions.